Hi guys, Jessica here. Today I would like to talk about sequencing within your marketing strategies. Okay, sequencing is vitally important when you're talking to whether they be current customers or people that you are just started advertising to. Um, and I just want to demonstrate, I'm going to use an example to just demonstrate how important this is and how if you don't acknowledge the sequence, you can end up offending or having a very undesirable effect on potential customers or even existing customers. So I want to talk about just kind of as a comparative. There was a guy called, what was his name? Dermot Morrison or something like that. He was a zoologist, and he discovered these. He used to study animals, but basically then he started to look into human behavior, and more specifically the 12 steps to intimate interactions with between human beings. Okay, and he identified different steps along the journey from someone becoming a complete stranger to actually becoming to being one of the a partner, as it were. So I'm going to compare that to the journey, the customer journey that your potential customers are going on, and just to demonstrate how flippin' vitally important it is to acknowledge what stage of the relationship that they're at. Okay, so first off, in terms of a marketing perspective, when you're creating an ad, that would be the equivalent to you seeing someone attractive across a room, okay, and you glance over at them. You may not make eye contact or anything, you just have a look at them and you see in a crowded room, if you can compare that to say Facebook, if you've advertising up on Facebook, it's noisy, and your ad looks attractive, so someone glances at it. Okay, so that's the awareness stage. Second one is the engagement stage, where someone actually engages with your ad. So maybe they click the link and that would lead them to a blog post, okay, or something like that. Something that kind of gives them more information about you, gives them a feel for who you are and what your company is and what your offer is. That would be equivalent to kind of the eye to eye. So say a longer stare at someone, or a more kind of a connection, an acknowledgement that you're looking at them and they're looking at you. Okay. This third stage is the subscription. So this would be the equivalent. They're giving you details, so it's as easy as maybe you getting your number off someone, or you're taking contact details off someone, maybe to arrange a date later or something like that, but with the knowledge that you are going to be contacting this person in the future, and that person has given you consent to do so. You have there has been steps taken before that, all very important, and that this progression can naturally progress consensually, and at a good rate. The next stage then is the conversion of your client to a sale, their first sale. This would be the equivalent of you as a person arranging the first date. Okay, you've had the first date, you want to take them out, you want to progress the relationship that you have with a customer. And a lot of people in their marketing think that this is it. The first date and the first sale is the clincher. Job done. We're done here. We're good. We've got our sale. That's it. Done. Whereas that's actually the start of a really good relationship you could have with your customer. Okay? So from that first conversion state, then there would be like you move the client down to reaffirm their interest in your brand or your product with other products. Could be equivalent to a second date maybe, and then you get them interested in other products. You're approaching them in that way, that you've been out, you know a bit about each other, and you're now moving on to buying another product, maybe going, and then that will launch you into the kind of latter stages of your relationship, where you have ascended your customer into being a repeat customer. And then you can talk to them like they're an advocate or they're a promoter of your product. You have a much more solidified relationship with this individual as a company who is buying your product, repeat customer of yours. And that is the sequence that you should go down your marketing campaign. A lot of marketing and engagement especially before GDPR came in, was pretty much as ridiculous as seeing someone across the bar, if I can put this into humanistic terms, and going them up and, asking them to marry you straight away, or asking them to, without actually having a conversation or any interaction, ask them to go out on a date with you. It's a bit full on, and actually it would have very much the opposite effect that you want on a customer if you were to go up and just from the get-go try and turn them into a raving fan of yours. It's a bit nuts, and it's completely out of sync and completely disrupts the journey and the sequence that you're trying to create with your new customer. So yeah, you don't want to be, and I've been a victim of it too, in terms of with your own email campaigns. You'll get an email from someone you haven't heard from in ages, like a company you haven't heard from in ages, and they're trying to get you to buy something. It's like, what are you talking about? It's like, where did you come from? Especially if they're high ticket items, you want to be very, you have to just really be careful in the steps you're taking to get someone to build that trust with marketing, because marketing isn't actually all about sales. Sales is only one fragment of the marketing journey. You are trying to build a relationship with a client in order to have them move down your customer journey and then actually get them to the stage where they are promoting and advocating your product. So if we're going back to GDPR, that's actually it's kind of been the Me Too movement of customers. It's where you can't just be harassed and people bombarding you with with promotions and buy this quick, and I know I haven't heard from you in a while, but and scattering and whitewashing everyone with the same marketing content, which is really, really just not on, and you shouldn't be doing it. And if you are doing it, stop. Okay, so just wanted to kind of give you an example of sequencing within your campaigns. Hope you're all okay where you're from. I'm currently looking out my window now at a very large tree that's like this at the moment. So I'm hoping that doesn't fall in my window. Shouldn't do. Anyway, listen guys, be good and enjoy the rest of your stormy Tuesday. Take care.